Now, you probably have some ideas of some of the things you're going to be grabbing and putting together to do some tailgating, but we have an out-of-this-world side dish that you can actually get the ingredients for right now before you come to Arrowhead Stadium. And joining us today, Tricia Szasz. You always have some wonderful things, and I have to say, you were after my own heart today. Tell us what you were making, because it smells good over here, and I just want to dive in.
Fabulous, and I'll tell you what, this is a favorite of, well, just about everyone, because of, simply look at the ingredients, okay? I'm going to take some butter, actually a whole stick of it.
And butter, not margarine.
I know, butter, yeah, real stuff. You're going to melt that, you're going to throw in a little bit of the flour, and you're going to make a nice roux out of that.
Now, when you talk about flour, just a little bit at a time?
A little bit at a time, maybe a tablespoon at a time. Keep whisking it in, make it nice and smooth.
Okay, perfect.
Okay? Then we're going to add some really fabulous stuff. First, we're going to add a cup and a half of half and half.
Half and half? Okay, so I'm kind of imagining the fat content is going up.
It's going up, it's going up. Wait, hold on, because it's going to get much better. We've got some beer we're going to put in there.
Perfect.
Of course, the KC Pills from Boulevard is really good in it.
Right.
Then we're going to add a whole brick of cream cheese.
A whole brick?
A whole brick. I've got the third less fat stuff out here, but that's not what I used.
It's
I went all out.
Go all out.
If you're going to do this, you might as well do it right.
Absolutely.
Once you've got all this stuff whisked in together, you're going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. You're going to add a little salt and pepper until you've got this nice creamy mix right here.
So good, and it smells so good.
I know, isn't this unbelievable? Then I've boiled these in some beer, of course. And I'm going to take these and dump them right into that mix.
And you can use hot dogs if you wanted to. You could use brats. You could use sauce, whatever you want.
You could, but you know, some good old Johnsonville brats are perfect on Red Thursday.
Awesome.
Okay, we're going to mix that up. Then you have to have a monster bowl like this if you cook like I do.
Because you have kids at home.
I do. I start turkey dumpling soup with a turkey. Okay. So you have to have a big bowl. We're going to dump all this in there.
I wonder how many pounds of macaroni you have in there.
2.
2 pounds?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes I go a little bit less if I want it to be especially creamy and cheesy.
And it definitely looks like it's going to.
It's going to be fabulous. Now you can take this, once you've got it mixed up, you can take this, you can put it in the oven, and you can bake it at 425, I think 20 minutes, something like it, 20, 30 minutes. Or if you're going to Arrowhead, and you're not going to bring your oven with you, go ahead, put it in your crock pot. Get it all nice and warm and melty. Once we've got it all mixed up, we dump it into our crock pot.
Do you need some help with that?
You know what? Here, go ahead. You take the back end.
This is like 2 pounds of pure love here.
You know, I'm used to carrying babies on my hips, so you just put the bowl on your hip and you go with it. Once we get that all dumped in there we go.
Now, do you cook this on low? Do you cook this on high?
We're going to start out on high. If we're going to do it in the crock pot, we're going to get it good and melty, and then we'll put it down on low and keep it for the game.
Okay.
Once we've got that cooked up, though, I'm going to tell you this stuff. It's fabulous.
And this is what the finished product looks like.
Drum roll.
And not just 1 fork, but 2 forks here for this. Okay, Tricia.
You ready?
Go ahead, open it up.
Bum.
Oh, how good does this look? Okay, let's try this. I'm not going to be ladylike with
No,
this.
don't. You can't be with this. Yeah? Touchdown?
Touchdown!
All right.
Tricia, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, so Erica, we're going to have to bring back some of this food for you. What are you doing in there in the studio?
Buffalo wing goodness out there. You better bring some back here for us. I've got you covered. It is definitely a good day to be out here at Arrowhead. It's a little windy, but we're still eating. I get to do a segment now with Tricia. This sounds really yummy. What are we making?
Yeah, this is the one that somebody at the party ends up taking and just sitting down on the couch with. So be ready, because this one's absolutely fabulous. I really just started with a little bit of water, tablespoon and a half, I think, a packet of ranch dressing mix, you know, that powdered stuff. Pretty simple. Whisk it up, let it sit for a few minutes. Just so it gets a little bit thick. We're going to take that, we're going to add that in, and 1/4 cup, I think, of buttermilk.
Buttermilk, okay.
And then I think it calls for a 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, but you know, mayonnaise makes everything better, so I don't really measure it. I just kind of put some in there.
I like how you cook.
Yeah, I didn't open it, so we're going to open that up. This is about how much we're going to put. Maybe a little more. Yeah, okay, that's good. It calls for 1/2 cup of Frank's buffalo wing sauce, but I just found out Casey Masterpiece makes a buffalo wing sauce, so I'm gonna have to try that one.
Definitely.
We got half a cup of that, and really, That's about a measurement too. You know, you kind of put it in there.
You look like I do.
You know, there are certain things you can't have too little or too much of. Hot sauce, mayonnaise, stuff like that. The next one is cream cheese. I took this earlier and I whipped it up with a mixer just to make it a little bit lighter and fluffier because it takes a little bit of work to mix this in.
Yeah.
Because, and of course we want it softened. So we may not get this whole thing mixed in here during the segment today, but that's okay because we got one that we're going to finish up. This is TV magic. We're gonna do the best we can with it. Once I've got this pretty mixed in, you want to get it nice and creamy. And if you want to use your mixer to do this part of it too, rather than just whip up the
Unless
cream
you're
cheese.
tailgating and you have to
Unless
make
you're
it out
tailgating, just go ahead and whip it up ahead of time. Once we kind of get that good and whisked up, I've already pre-cooked, about 2 cups of chicken. I put a little bit of salt and pepper on it. Chop it up into little bits that will fit well onto a potato chip. We mix that up. Once we get that whole thing nice and creamy and yummy.
It mixes up pretty well,
It really does. It's pretty simple. The cream cheese takes a little bit of work, but other than that, it's pretty simple. We're going to take all of this, we put it in some kind of a pie dish. Doesn't necessarily have to be these ceramic stoneware ones, but you're going to serve in this. So might as well put it in something pretty, right?
Yeah.
We're going to top it with, of course, cheddar cheese. We'll never have too much of that.
No. And then you just pop it in the
Pop
oven?
it in the oven, I think 350, 30 minutes. The scoops are the best with it. The tortilla chips will work
This
well too.
smells amazing. You know, as good as this smells, I'm surprised we haven't found Gary Amble at this point, because every time there's food, Gary just seems to show up.
Does he really?
I'm going to taste this.
All right. I followed the wind, and it led me right here.
I knew you, Gary Amble. Try this.
Gary, you gotta try this. It's fabulous.
Well,
Just-
look, I can tell you it looks fabulous.
Just a bit of spice to it, not a whole lot, but that buffalo
I'm gonna have
flavor
another bite.
is just fabulous.
Whoa.
He's gonna be the one on the couch later with that on his lap.
Well, it tastes like a buffalo wing with a little spice, and I'm getting a cream cheese
Ow, love that
right
stuff.
there. I gotta try with one of these.
Tricia, thank you. This is so good. Gary and I are going to keep eating. You know what else goes really well with this? A cold brew. Alexis, Lisa, I think they know just the place.